What's up, guys? UFC Strickland versus Hernandez last night. Let me give you my thoughts on what I saw on the card. I'm just going to do the main card because I don't want to take up a bunch of time. First fight was Jacoby Smith versus Josiah Harrell. And Jacoby Smith is crazy good. Very impressive. Came out swinging on the feet, a little wild on the feet, trying to land big shots. Wasn't really worried about any grappling at all. Lets the guy get in close to him, body locks him, actually takes the D1 All-American down. And as soon as they land, he Grammy rolls and lands in side control and finishes him. And I don't think people realize how hard in MMA at the high level that the UFC is, how hard is it to finish somebody in side control. To be in side control and just tee off on him like that and be able to finish him was very impressive. He wasn't worried about the grappling at all. Basically let the guy take him down and on the way down reverse the position and finish within 10 seconds of them hitting the ground. Very impressive. Then he gets on the mic, calls out Kevin Holland. That would be a good fight. Kevin Holland's not an easy fight. Kevin Holland can fight. Long. Kevin Holland's not really, wouldn't be scared of his striking at all. Kevin Holland would know he couldn't stop the takedown. He's a smart fighter. He would know he couldn't stop the takedown, so he would be swinging hard and just going for the big knockout. So that'd be a fun fight to watch for sure. Next up was a couple heavyweights, and I don't even know how to say their names. They're both from Russia or those far European countries that I can't really pronounce their names. I'm sorry. Good back and forth fights. Decision, a little slow pace. They're heavyweight. A little boring, but not too bad. Just no one landed any big clean shots to finish the fight because heavyweights all have a lot of power. And sometimes, those fights end quickly because they have power, but just back and forth and decent fights. Next up was Costa versus Dan Ainge. And this was a good fight while it lasted. Dan Ainge was pressing him. Costa was switching stances, mostly southpaw, but he was switching stances back and forth and lands that spinning back kick. And I don't know if he threw it to the head on purpose or if Dan Ainge lunged into it, changed levels because he thought it was going to the body. Similar to how Max Holloway caught Justin Gaethje, actually. He ducked into the kick. And so I don't know if that was on purpose or he just threw it to the head. Either way, phenomenal accuracy, a great technique. Being taller than your opponent, going to the head with the back kick is actually a good idea if you're taller than your opponent for sure. So great fight. Costa got the finish, the knockout. Very impressive. Looked really good. And I actually thought Dan Ainge was a tough matchup for him, and that was actually a good matchup for Ainge. Boy, was I wrong because it ended very quickly. Next up was, I don't know how to say these names, guys, Uris Medic versus Jeff Neal. Jeff Neal looked good at first. He was moving light on his feet and just got caught clean. Got clean with the shots in the middle of exchange, backing out with his chin in the air and got hit clean. Bad knockout. So hopefully he recovered from that well and he's having no issues or anything like that. Congrats to the dude, Medic. Really phenomenal performance against a real seasoned veteran like Jeff Neal that has a lot of experience. And the main event, Sean Strickland versus Anthony Hernandez. Good back and forth fight. Anthony Hernandez came out pressing the whole time, never backing up. And Sean Strickland actually, to be a shorter guy he's not super short, but he's not super tall, right? He fights very well off the back foot, being in the stance he's in, just his lead hand jab. His jab is so accurate and so good and has real pop on it. And I guess it's obvious when you become a world champion like Strickland did, but Strickland is way deceptively probably more athletic than people realize. He's very athletic. For him to be able to land a jab as good as he lands jabs against good guys, against really world-class opponents like that, to land a jab that frequently and have that good of defense inside like that, he's super athletic. Doesn't necessarily look like he's the greatest athlete. He looks like a good athlete, but he's super athletic. That's the only logical answer for him to be able to stand in the pocket, fight like that, and be smooth as he does. Is he's way more athletic than you would think he is. I think it was the third round, landed some big shots and got the finish. And then called out Chimaev and said he wants to fight Chimaev. And honestly, I think that's probably the biggest fight they can make at middleweights. If Chimaev moves up and fights someone else, then that's a different story. But for middleweight right now, I don't see why the UFC wouldn't make this Strickland versus Chimaev fight, because they both have huge names and they're both very vocal and it's good for the promotion. So I hope to see that. I hope Strickland gets a shot at Chimaev and see how it turns out. All right, guys, any other subjects you'd like me to go over, just leave a comment below. If you're new to martial arts, looking for a gym in your area, get my book, The Ultimate Guide to Choosing Martial Arts School and Instructor. Link is in the description. Thank you, guys.